Hi guys, welcome to the second talk. I hope you're all well and healthy as we move forward into this new year, as we move forward in our recovery, and as we try and make small steps forward, positive ones forwards, as we try and look at how we can be the best versions of ourselves moving forward in our recovery, and not retract to the people we once were, and we lose some of the traits perhaps of our character that weren't helpful and healthy as we go through our recovery. So that's really important. In our first talk, we explored how recovery starts with hope. All right, there is hope for you. There is hope for me. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this. We'd just pack our bags and go home. All right, there is a future, and there are unwritten chapters of our lives yet to live out. That is exciting. That should propel you into recovery, to know that you can be a better person at the end of it. The simple but powerful idea that change is entirely possible, that we are not broken, and that a new path is awaiting us. And that is exciting. We have to embrace that as something that we can look forward to as healthier people, as healthier men. Today we're going to go a step further. We're going to explore how to carry that hope forwards into real practical recovery, focusing on the three guiding principles that underpin this channel, which are accountability, self-awareness, and hope. Hope in action. I'm going to add a little tagline to that: hope in action. These are not abstract concepts at all. They are tools that we can start using from now, every day in our lives, to rebuild the life that we want. Often it's done quietly and not extravagantly or loudly. It is okay to be quiet. It is probably better to be that way, to keep it under the radar, that we're working on ourselves and being intentional and being honest. So the first principle we're going to look at a little more in-depthly is accountability. Accountability is often misunderstood as a word. It's not about punishment or guilt. It is about ownership of our choices. Ownership of our choices, really important. It's seeing more clearly what we do, how we respond, how our actions affect the life of ourselves, but also of other people. So it's looking a little bit more outwardly, not just the things that have affected us, but as I said, our lives and the things we've done and the choices we've made, how will have affected other people close to us. We network with people who are very close to us, and that it spills, it overlaps into other people's world. We may not recognize and understand the full impact of that, but it does. Recovery requires honest accounting, honesty steeped in everything we do from now, and this could be something as simple as a daily check-in with yourself. How did I respond and react to things today? How did I show up today? Was I moody? Was I angry? Was I in a bad place? Was I edgy? Or was I kind and thoughtful and appreciative and compassionate? And has there been a shift in how I am and how I show up? Tracking your actions and your urges. So just kind of understanding a bit more about what our triggers are, what points are we struggling, and in danger perhaps of derailing a little bit. So having a look at that and making sure we understand what those are and how we can deal with those and how we can not let that drive us. Sharing our struggles with someone we trust, really important. So accountability, getting alongside somebody you trust, somebody who can journey this with you. We're not supposed to do this alone. And accountability creates structure. That's a really important word, structure. We need to have our lives and align our lives with an element of structure to it, so we're not just in and out and doing kind of our own thing and being a mess. All right, we want to create some structure that's going to help us daily to move forwards. Structure builds integrity, something which we need to get back into our lives that may have been lost in our addiction. And integrity is the foundation of hope, because it proves to yourself that you are capable of change. Capable of change. We're all capable of change. It requires honesty, hard work, commitment, but we're capable of change if we really are determined and we really stay the course. The second principle, self-awareness. Self-awareness is the skill of noticing your thoughts, the skill of noticing your emotions and your impulses without being controlled by them. So now we have ownership and control of that, all of that. We're not being driven by an emotion that we can't handle. We are having control of that. Most of us have spent years reacting automatically to things and avoiding feelings. How many times have we all done that? Seeking escape or hiding from discomfort. And recovery asks us to pause and observe and ask ourselves, what am I feeling right now? What is driving this impulse or this choice I'm about to make? What are the undercurrents? What are the underlying issues that I'm struggling with? How do my actions align with the person I want to become? Because we want to be changing how we align our actions. We've been a certain way, we've behaved a certain way. We don't want to be that same person anymore. We want to change from that. We're not happy with that. It's done damage. So we need to align ourselves with the person that we now want to become. So putting more things into place in our lives which are going to determine a better outcome. Self-awareness is really important, understanding what that looks like. Self-awareness isn't easy and it isn't instant. It's a process. It builds in our life and it's built one moment at a time. So don't try and run before you can walk. It won't work. All right, it will stress you out and you'll end up giving up. A simple practice today we can start is when we have an urge or a thought or stress really hits us, take a break, pause for say 10 seconds. Just step back for a second. Understand and notice how we feel. Name the feeling silently. I'm feeling frustrated right now. I'm feeling lonely right now. I'm feeling anxious right now. I'm feeling stressed. I'm feeling angry. I'm feeling really disappointed and upset, like deeply upset. And then respond intentionally and not automatically. So by giving us that pause and that step back, we're able to respond in a much, much better, more measured and controlled way. Over time, these small acts of self-awareness will create for us some freedom. They will, because we'll be coping much better with our lives and we'll be a little bit freer. We'll be feeling like in control of our lives and in control of our actions and in control of our decisions in a better way, in a more measured way, in a more healthy way, just by giving us some room to breathe and to think and to understand a little bit more deeply how we're feeling and why we're feeling the way we do. Freedom to choose differently, even when the old patterns try and come back and are strong and are shouting at us, and we're like trying to block that out and say, no, I'm not going that way anymore, I'm going this way, and being intentional. And finally, third principle being hope, but not the vague kind of hope that just wishes things could change one day. This is what I call hope in action. This is active hope, built through really small, deliberate steps. Like I say, we're building. This is a building block. Hope in recovery is often proven every day when we take responsibility for our actions with accountability, when we notice ourselves and our triggers more, becoming more self-aware, and make one intentional choice toward our values, because our values now will shift. They'll be better. There'll be better values. There'll be loads more opportunities for us to really understand and see that more clearly, because we won't be in the fog of the mess we've been involved in and the stress we've been created through our addiction, where we're confused and we don't know what to do. We'll be having structure and clarity in our lives, and that's so important moving forwards. It really is. So recovery is not about perfection. It is about consistent, small steps that add up. That's what this is, a process. We're moving into healing. This will bring about a healing in your life. I'm telling you now, really, really well. Each step reinforces that change is possible. Each step strengthens our belief in ourselves. We want to believe in ourselves that we're better than what we've been through. We're better people than we were. We want to trust ourselves a bit more with that. and build some integrity. It's a really important word, that is. Let me be clear, there will be setbacks. I've said this before. This is normal. Setbacks are not failure. Don't look at setbacks as if you failed and you've messed it all up again. Look at them as opportunities to practice these principles of accountability, to sharpen our awareness, self-awareness, and to rebuild the hope in our lives. It's really, really important. So what can we take from this right now? Accountability, check in daily with yourself and your own choices, really important. Self-awareness, observe our thoughts and feelings, look at them a bit more intently. What's driving us? Why am I feeling this way? Become more self-aware, pause before we react to anything, take a step back. Hope in action, take one small intentional step today toward the person that you want to be. We want to be better than we are. We want to be better people than we have been, and it's totally achievable. These three principles really work together. Accountability will build honesty. Self-awareness will create understanding. Hope in action makes the journey more tangible, more exciting for us that we can do this. Together, they form the core of sustainable recovery. Remember, recovery is a process, not a moment in time. Each day we practice these principles, we strengthen our ability to live with integrity, to reconnect with our life, to move forward even when it feels really hard. There'll be days when it'll be difficult, really difficult. Just don't give up. Just keep persevering. We're not broken people. Change is possible. Each day we show up for ourselves. We are proving that hope is not just a word, it is a lived experience. We're building something special. Thanks for taking the time to listen to this. Be gentle with yourselves today. Be honest. Keep moving forward, one step at a time. Remember, this is a chapter of our lives. There are unwritten chapters yet to come. And I fully believe that the best is totally before you and not behind you. What's done is done. What's in the past we can't change. We can change the now to change our tomorrows. And we must believe that we can and will move forward to be a better version of ourselves than we ever have been, and that will help other people in our lives, and they will see it within us. They will see the change. It's only going to be good from here. Keep being strong. Keep doing the good things you're doing. Take care. See you on the next talk. All the best.